Hi everybody, Ricky here from Brifford Great Danes, and we are a faith-based Great Dane breeder. I like to start off by saying thank you all so much. I mean, this means so much to our work family. Thank you for joining us and supporting our journey. And we are here for you. Lifetime support. Anytime you need me, call or text me 201-926-0649. Many of you have my number. We've been kind of talking, but I just kind of wrote down some notes. This is just going to be some recommendations that I have learned and has worked for me. Especially Great Danes, they're a unique breed. So some people that are getting puppies are getting their first dog, right? So a lot of you may know a lot of this, but I'm just going to kind of go over it, and you can fast forward or whatever. Try to make this quick. But I definitely want to start out by saying this is a blessing, and each and every one of you are here with me at this moment for a reason, and you're getting, every puppy is going to their home for a reason, right? So I'm a big believer of there's no coincidences, and things happen for a reason. And we think we're the ones picking, but I think there's something bigger than us making these choices for us, and it's just kind of working through us. So you're gonna enjoy this whole Great Dane journey. They are a amazing breed. A quick history: Brifford, which actually looked like this, was a big, beautiful male, 175 pounds. He was our first Great Dane, and that dog changed a lot for me, opened up my heart like no other. And I'm hoping that these puppies and dogs will do this for you and your family. And this is a big breeding movement for me, because Dutch's mama is Brifford's sister. So all of you are getting, niece and nephews of Brifford, so it just means a lot to me, and I'm here for support. And again, I'm going to give you some pointers, but anything you need, you text me. Anything you want to go into a little more depth, please text me. And you guys are going to be getting some fun gift bags, like to go home puppy bags. We have a lot of fun stuff in there, a lot of ideas that I'm playing with for my brand. Mom is here. I actually took the puppies. It's been really hot here in Jersey, but I want to get these puppies out. They had their first shots the other day. Everybody's doing well, and I just want to, let them smell and hear the sounds. And my children, I'll always say kids are the best trainers. We've been bringing up puppies one at a time into our living room and kind of playing with the kids toys, just kind of, getting used to household sounds and smells and what to do, what not to touch. So, we're getting there. I'm trying to get them as ready as possible for you. I'm trying to do the right thing here. So, okay. So I'm going to start with crate. That's going to be really important. And the thing about the crate is you don't have to go out and buy a new crate. They're going to outgrow it. Great Danes grow really fast. Okay? I mean, it is amazing. It's stunning to watch the way they grow. You want to take it all in because it happens really fast. Take a lot of pictures, a lot of videos, but just enjoy it. You're going to see their structure, the bones, the way they're built is it's magnificent. I mean, it really is. So I'm going to suggest getting a crate, kind of like a medium crate. You don't want to go with the huge one right away. I will recommend the bigger one later. It's the biggest one Amazon sells. So when you're ready, you can make that big investment. But for now, just go ahead, go on Facebook, buy a crate for $20, $30. It doesn't matter what it is. Maybe you have one home. Reach out to family, friends. Maybe they have one. Kind of a small to medium crate. I mean, they're growing. I think they're growing every day. I mean, it's unbelievable. But just, you don't want to have it too big because they could get into trouble in big spaces. So kind of, and a lot of people might think crates are cruel, but listen to me. Wolves have lived in dens in the ground, right? Like that's where these dogs are descendant from wolves, right? So they love their own little space, And what happens is, especially when you have a puppy, you don't want to allow a puppy to rip up your house. It's not fair, There has to be boundaries because they will run the house if you allow it. So, you know, that's like a boundary thing. And what happens, and the crate thing is going to come into play a little bit later when I talk about bloat and feeding them. So, you know, it's just a safe place. Just a couple, you know, like a blanket in there. We're going to be sending you, everybody's getting a brand new blanket with Mama's scent. I don't want to move the camera because I have it set up. Come say hello, Mama Dutchie. Come say hello. She's checking on the pups. She's running back there, checking on me. They're Velcro dogs, so she has a lot to check on at the moment. But so I'm gonna absolutely recommend a crate, and let them get used to it right away, because you know you want to step out of the house. You want to go food shopping. You want to go out with your family, go to dinner. You're gonna feel so much safer when that dog is in the crate. Leaving that dog out, it's just a disaster. It makes no sense. Maybe later, you know, after that dog gets really used to your home and what they could do and what they can't do, then you make that decision. But I'm gonna highly push crates. So again, go on Facebook, just start with probably a medium-sized crate. You put the blanket, we're sending a blanket that's scented like Mom, so you can put that in there. And just maybe a couple of chew toys. No rawhide. I might as well go into that. That's on my list. So you definitely don't want rawhide because it's really hard to digest. So when you're getting like treats, you just want to get like Nylabone, something that's something that's a little tough. What else did I have that I recommend? There's another one. I'm gonna send you guys like a list of stuff that I buy. Busy Bone. That's a good one because that one breaks down, but it takes a long time for them to kind of chew it. Like, so, you know, they're teething, right? So this is just going to help them start losing their baby teeth and stuff. And, you know, you want them chewing on the toy, not on your couch, right? But they shouldn't be on your couch unless you're like holding them, or, you know, just watch closely, because just, you know, I used to let the dogs in the bed and in the, you know, and that's all fine. If you're going to watch them closely, but again, they don't know the difference between the couch, the corner of the couch, and the toy, right? So like, that's the thing, and it's going to be a real battle. So you want to really start early with these nice treats that'll satisfy their teething, right? And then have the crate, because when they're getting too rambunctious and like, they have their place, right? It's kind of a moment for everybody to kind of settle down and relax, right? So okay, so that's crate. Food, I'm gonna recommend, and it may sound a little, you might be unsure of why I'm saying this, but in the Great Dane community, a lot of people go this route, which is adult food only. So I'm never going to feed puppy food because it's just too many nutrients, and these Great Danes grow so fast and so big. You really want to slow down the whole growth process. So I'm gonna recommend Diamond Naturals large breed adult. It's a darker green bag. It's chicken and rice. They also have a lamb and rice, whatever you're okay with, but chicken and rice has been working for me. So at the moment, I'm still grinding it because the kibble's a little bit bigger. I'm just getting it a little bit like in the Ninja blender, just a little bit of a grind. But now I've been introducing the regular kibble, which is kind of big, but you know, again, it helps them kind of like chew, and so it satisfies that chewing thing, and they're learning how to eat just kibble because they've been on. I'm still adding pumpkin, I'm still adding yogurt for calcium, and you could do that. That's another quick tip, you know, like once a day, once every other day. You know, pumpkin is really good. It firms up the poop, so in case they have diarrhea, but it's just so nutrient dense, it's really good. So pumpkin and a good yogurt, like full fat, maybe like a kefir, like something like that has really good calcium. Just not too much, you know, maybe a spoon every other day. These are just all healthy additives. So, you know, you don't want to get into too many other things at the moment. This is just enough. So again, adult Diamond Naturals, large breed adult. It's a darker green bag. The lighter one is lamb. The one I use is chicken and rice. Whatever, you're okay. You know, whatever. It doesn't matter. Now, if you can't get it, because sometimes it's on Chewy right now. Sometimes I usually get it from Tractor Supply. If you can't get it, comparables like Purina, Pro Plan, large breed adult chicken rice. It's a lot more money. So if you look at the ingredients, they're like exactly this. You always want to look at the first 2-3 ingredients. That's the most important. And Diamond Naturals' first ingredient is chicken, not chicken meal. It's actual chicken, not mechanically processed. It's just chicken. So it's like it's a really quality food with a lesser name. And the thing about Diamond Naturals, I'm pretty sure that they make food for a lot of the big brand names, but they just rebag it, put their name on it and stuff. Okay, so that's food. Collar and leash. I did a video on my YouTube, and by the way, guys, I don't know if you know, but I'm on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We have a nice Facebook page. That's where I would love for all like the families to join, so we could keep each other like updated with photos and videos. My God, I'm so excited to. You don't understand. Every single dog has such beautiful qualities. It was so hard for me to pick one that we're keeping two, a boy and a girl, for future breeding. They're just stunning, and watching them, I'm telling you, every day it's like I notice something new, and it's a lot of stuff that you guys aren't gonna notice, but like structure and stuff like that. So we're gonna be getting semen imported from Europe to breed to our female that we're keeping now. And then we're also keeping a male puppy that we're going to be using for stud service in the future. So if you have a female that one day, obviously unrelated, or if you know anybody that's looking for a stud, we're going to have one of the males for stud service. And then the female that we're keeping, we're going to be breeding to a awesome male in Hungary, Europe. Really good stuff. And by the way, I'm going to add, like, these dogs, again, a lot of you, I'm like a pedigree nerd. I enjoy the history of the bloodlines and I compare charts and who bred to who and what were the colors. And, when you breed this color to this color, you're going to get this kind of a result usually. So you may not know it, but you've invested in a really well-bred, heavy European lines, a lot of Hungarian, a lot of German. If anybody has more interest in that, I would love to talk to you about it, because it's really fascinating. And I went ahead and prepaid for everybody's AKC. So, usually you just get an AKC like certification where you could go register the dog, but I actually registered everybody's dog. That's why I'm asking what you name your dogs, because I'm going to add it into the actual AKC registration name. So that's going to be official. So before I go ahead and do that, that'll be coming to you later. Before I actually do the registration, I'm just going to make sure everybody kept the name. I would hate to put a name that you changed later, right? So things change. But okay. I was going to make this video short, but all right. So AKC names. Okay, so I went over that. The rawhide, I went over that. I do not recommend rawhide. So training classes, I've done some amazing, a big part of this movement for me is, I did a lot of training and therapy dog work. We used to have a St. Bernard, and we used to go to like the monastery, the nuns, and visit and stuff. So, and training, especially like just puppy classes, you don't have to get into all of that, but just puppy classes are so good, because not only are you getting so much knowledge, you're meeting other people with puppies in your area, and it's so cool because you build these friendships, and the dogs get to see different sized, even though you're going to be the biggest dog in the group, trust me. And it's always fat, because everybody's like, wow, how old is he? And how much does he weigh? And you're going to get the whole, is that a horse? A house pony? You're going to get all of this stuff on the street, because you're going to be the one that has the most interesting dog, I'm sure. Because, oh God, when I had Brifford, Dutch is a female, they don't get as big, but when I had Brifford, wow, I mean, I'd walk down the block and people would stop the car, like literally. They were just, I mean, he was majestic. He was just the structure, and again, a lot of you aren't going to really notice this. You're just gonna say, oh, he's a big dog. But, you know, it takes a certain kind of breeding to get to that physique, you know, and he had such a nobleness about him. So you could get a lot of attention, and it's a lot of fun. So anyway, so I'm gonna highly recommend puppy classes. Just Google it, local. If you need some help, I could help you find some classes. And you just want, and they'll tell you like how many weeks or months the pup is. That's the group you'll go in. And you know, even if you go for one round of just basic class, oh, even like Petco has it, PetSmart, and the trainers are usually great. And you know, you don't even have to like do everything they say, but you're just gonna pick up little nuggets. So, you know, you watch videos on YouTube, how to train a puppy, right? Get a book, how to train a puppy, and you're just gonna get little nuggets from everybody, and then you're gonna put your own twist on it, you know? So everything's gonna kind of help you along the way. Pet insurance. My dog she's insured with Nationwide. They're really good. I pay a lot. Great Dane's a big dog. I will say, if you start as a puppy, it's a lot cheaper than adding them later. So, and insurance, you know, sometimes people think, yeah, I'm gonna pay insurance for a dog, but let me tell you something, especially the bigger the dog, the bigger the bill. You know, everything, the dog food, you know, it's just what it is, but it's also the bigger the heart. And trust me, you'll understand. You know, once you spend some time with your dog, you'll get it. But I'm gonna recommend insurance because every year after year, with not even no big incidences, it's paid for itself. So just look into it. It doesn't have to be Nationwide. It could just be, there's a bunch out there. Just Google pet insurance, and just, you know, you always want to get like 3 quotes and see where you're at. Join some Great Dane groups on Facebook and ask around. You know, any questions that you think that you're like not sure about, the crate, the food, this, just ask, okay? All right, collar and leash. I did a collar and leash video on my YouTube, so you might want to just go in and try to find that because it was pretty recent. But don't get a retractable leash. You know, the one that you press the button and they could go like 20 feet out? You don't want that, because there's so many things that could happen. You think you're doing good by them by letting them go, but there's so many things that and by the time you retract that back, please, this is not for a Great Dane, please, and especially as they get stronger. Just in the beginning, I'm gonna go over later, collars change a lot with Great Danes, but in the beginning with a little puppy, just get a regular little collar, just get a leash, like a 6-foot leash, and just because you want to have control, you want to have, you know, when you're walking that dog, you want to have, especially as if you never had a Great Dane, like you don't know what power a squirrel might run across, and he may go, and maybe you weren't prepared for that much power. So you kind of want to, you know, this is why it's great that a lot of puppies are going home at this point, where they're still so small, and you're gonna kind of figure each other out. What I noticed by even the puppies playing with my daughter is like, the puppy's chasing her, she's chasing him, but they kind of know what's like. He'll go to like grab her dress and she'll push him away. So they're figuring each other out, like what's wrong, what's right. If you have children, you definitely want to watch, because, you know, they get bigger, they get the zoomies, they'll knock over the child. I mean, that was one of my concerns. You know, Brifford at 175 pounds, when my son was younger, I was always worried. But I'm just extra, you know, I'm a worrier. But, you know, when he did the zoomies and he shot like a straight line, people used to always tell me, just stand there, they'll go around you, which is true. We've never had a incident, but you know, you just want to, this is what's good about getting a younger puppy. You guys are going to figure each other out as you go. Hopefully they'll understand that you can't hold them, so they'll understand that they're overpowering you, and then they'll step back. It's almost like they know how to be. They kind of form according to, okay, this is a child, this is an elderly person, let me not do the... Watching Duchess with the puppies, I was so worried that she would step on them, you know, 100-something pounds with these little puppies, and she was tiptoeing, and so it's just fascinating how they they know how to move. So, you know, and this is all a part of the training and getting to know each other. But, you know, with children, they have really sharp teeth. So I'm going to be very clear. Just be careful. You know, just be careful. And when they latch on, you know, no, you got to be firm. No. Okay? Move them away. It'll take a little while for them to get it. They're going to understand, oh, okay, this is not okay. Right? So talk to your trainer, talk to your friends, family, you know, people that have dogs, but that's just the way I do it. So don't worry, I'm not advertising no more. You guys, you bought a puppy, but if you know anybody, we'll be having another litter in the future. But I love branding. You know, I'm loving what I'm doing. I come from a business entrepreneurial background. I have another whole business, but this is, you know, this is what you know, things you dream of as a child, right? I'm just loving this moment, and I'm super thankful, and we're building something here, and I'm just thankful that you're a part of that. So, okay, so they did get their shots. We're working on the contract. My wife is going to have a contract. Everybody's going to have a contract. It's going to be pretty simple. I don't like a lot of wording. I'm going to talk to you about it, and then we're going to sign it together. There's not going to be no mystery. We're friends here. We're family. Pretty simple stuff, like talking about when to get a spay and neuter, which for a large breed dog is around 2 years old. A lot of vets are not familiar with large breed. They'll just say, oh yeah, let's do it at a year or under. We'll get into all of that. There's plenty of time for that. But so anyway, in the contract, it's going to say you're going to have to go to your vet, and I think within the first 48 hours or so. Well, I'll let you know way in advance, but you should probably start, if you don't have a vet, you should probably start calling a vet and make an appointment for like the day or two after you pick up your puppy. So I'll be arranging times and dates with everybody. But you might as well go ahead and make an appointment. If you don't have a vet, start looking into it right away. Ask your friends and family, get recommendations on Facebook or whatever, and because they're going to need their second round of shots. Now, they're really not fully immune until around 12 weeks. So you don't want to take your puppy to a dog park. You don't want to take your puppy, you know, for a walk. There's none of that happen. Like, keep it nice and tight and quiet until they're like 12 weeks, because they're going to need their couple rounds of shots. Your vet is going to tell you what you need. You're going to be sent home from us with a folder of what they already received, and your vet will help you with whatever shots, whatever they need from that point, because there's a couple different steps till they get full immunity, like, you know, and then rabies and all of that. So just keep them away, because you never, you know, you think something's safe, but then they lick something on the ground, or they eat something, or they come in contact with an animal or a dog that doesn't have their vaccinations. So please, just for yourself, and just kind of give yourself a moment to kind of settle down with the puppy. You know, there's no rush. It's okay in your own yard. If you have, you know, in your own yard, it's totally fine. They have their first set of shots, so you'll be okay. But just don't go outside of the yard. A little bit less of people petting and stuff, except for you and your family, you know. But you know, until they're fully vaccinated, I would kind of step back a little bit and just enjoy those first couple weeks, because I'm telling you, they grow fast, you know. So yeah. So talk to your vet about all of that, and he'll recommend anything else you're going to need. So gift bag, you're going to get a really fun gift bag. Hold on 1 second, I'm sorry. You're going to get a really fun gift bag. Yeah, join us on Facebook, because I definitely want to, like, you know, create a community there, which I already am. So it's going to be really nice to have you all and do these picture updates, and us with the male and female we're keeping. So, you know, for me, it's going to be fascinating. For me, it's going to be fascinating to see the progression of how they're growing and stuff. So, so yes, join me there. Anything else you need, I am here for you. Can't wait to meet all of you. My kids, my son, can't wait to meet all of you. We're going to have a good time, and we're going to go over some stuff and spend a little time together. And I'm just excited. I'm excited for you, for the puppy. What else? Bloat. Well, bloat's a big one. So bloat is when the stomach turns, and Great Danes, you're gonna wanna Google bloat, Great Danes and bloat, and talk to your vet about it and do your own research. But here's where the crate comes into play. A big a big prevention of bloat, of their stomach turning, it usually happens when they're excited, they're running, they're food. So when they first, like an hour before they eat, you put them into their crate to kind of settle down a little bit. You feed them, and then you let them stay in the crate for like an hour after. So you really want them to be settled during their feeding time, because there's a connection with food and bloat. So that's where the crate comes into play. Like, you don't want to have them doing zoomies right after they eat, or before. Again, so it's just kind of settle down, give them like an hour, and then let them out. Let them, listen, it's okay to run around when my dogs run around all. I've never had an issue, but I have always been really cautious with, like, we do a settle down. Even if they run around the yard and stuff, before they eat, have them just settle down for like a good half hour. Put them in their crate. Even if they're just hanging out in the house, doesn't have to be in the crate, but even if they're just hanging out, just let them settle down, then feed them and let them settle. Because bloat it's a serious thing, you know, and I see a lot of dogs getting it. So look into it. It's gonna be hard to get into it on the video, but their stomach kind of turns. I'm not sure. I don't think there's actually even they haven't exactly figured out why this is happening, but supposedly settling them down before and after they eat helps prevent it. So you go ahead and look into that. Okay, Brifford Great Danes, I will see all of you soon. Love you all. Thank you. I do appreciate your purchase, and again, we're here for you. And I can't wait to see these babies progress and have you experience what I first experienced when I got Brifford. So God bless.